I like to be in control, and
It is. You know what's really great about don't have insurance.
Have a look at them and go, wow, you know what, this is actually...
You know, and which leads to my question, which was going to be, what makes a good reality show? And Phil, and since Amazing Race, how many Emmys has Amazing Race won?
Oh, here we go.
Going back to your first question, you know, television, in my opinion, is all about moments. And reality, I think, has become so popular because we've found a new way of entertaining. And script writers are so unbelievable in terms of being able to create moments out of nothing. Like literally people sit down and they write a moment. And I think reality was another way that we could create opportunity for things to happen that weren't written on the page. And so when you throw interesting people into an interesting situation, out of that can come great moments. And when you cut those great moments together, we call it reality. But it really is just an assemble of, it's about assembling great moments and cutting them all together and making entertainment.
But there's always going to be some manipulation, right? I mean, you've got to manipulate things, right?
You know, in our show on Top Chef, I think in scripted there's a narrative, there's a plot. In our show, we do all of the things, or try to, that Phil's talking about, but the narrative comes after. You have to look for a natural narrative in the behavior that you tape and find, and sometimes you don't know where that's going, or you don't know where it winds up being after you see all the footage. And in our case, it can be hours and hours and hours of footage.
So it's a editing room kind of thing. Yeah. Really.
Well, you don't know. You don't know who's going to freak out at the challenge. You don't know who's going to shine. You don't know who's going to get in a fight. So you have to be able to find and follow the drama rather than, as Phil said, you have to create an opportunity for it to flourish and blossom.
Something good happens.
Yeah.
Well, they talk
it doesn't always.
They talk about Frankenbiting, where you take a soundbite and you kind of stick it with something that's out of context. But do you really have to go there? Do you have to do that?
I honestly think, again, going back to what Padma was saying about with regards to structure, whether you're sitting around a campfire telling a story, whether you're making television or where somebody sits down to write something with a script, a story has a beginning, middle, and end, and it has to have a structure, and we have to have the characters, and we have to have this, they're all facing some adversary, and so we create opportunities for that structure to happen. But it's not until you start rolling the camera that you see what happens when you put people in that situation, and then you have to go back and you have to pull out the best moments and then create that structure to tell a story with a beginning, middle, and an end. So if you're finding yourself having to Frankenbite everything, then presumably your pre-pair producing, as in creating the opportunity for things to happen, didn't go so well, and now you're having to Frankenbite to kind of make up for something you didn't do back here.